Right now at 10, over half of the United States experiencing severe weather conditions.
And how snowplows are keeping up with the first winter storm of the year.
Plus, redistricting. Wisconsin's Supreme Court decision could have a massive impact on local elections.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown. Well, we all woke up to a winter wonderland this morning, and it looks like that's going to be the case at least for the next couple of days.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we got several systems passing through, but this one just is starting to end now. We still got the alert out for some areas, but really it's for drifting snow. The snow pretty much has dwindled down to just a few areas seeing it right now throughout the night. So really after midnight, the winds will start dying down too. So that'll be pretty much the end of it. The good news is visibility is good at all locations. The roads are pretty much wet in most locations because of the snow has ended. And the bigger picture is our temperatures have stayed right around freezing. The winter storm warning has been canceled for areas up to the north here. Just remains for Crawford, Richland counties and points to the south and east. Just a little bit of snow that continues. If you look at radar, look at the roads actually are getting more greener. There's just a few areas that are blue or pink, and the snow now has pushed east of even the Dells in those areas. So that's the positive news. The winds are still there yet, but they are starting to drop off, which we would expect. For starting tomorrow, cloud cover will be the story. We might have a peaks of the sun through the afternoons just briefly, but we got some more snow coming in the afternoon. But all in all, a nice condition to start up. And once again, the temperatures will be in the upper 20s, so road conditions shouldn't be too much with any salt or anything out there. But things do change as we go later on. We have one system for tomorrow evening, another one for Friday and Saturday, and then we got some bone-chilling temperatures coming for this weekend that'll really shake everyone up a little bit, what we haven't seen in quite a while.
Now that mild December is quite in the rear view mirror.
It will be in the history book.
Yeah. All right, Greg, thanks very much. And as Greg alluded to, the first winter storm arriving, varying amounts of snow based on where you are living. And even if there wasn't a foot high of snow, plow drivers were still faced with some challenges. Part of those challenges including below zero temperatures, which can make it harder for them to use equipment. But for one driver, the biggest obstacles dealing with parked cars and knowing where to put the snow.
We do a lot of hotels and apartment buildings, and every time you go to do them, they're different. There's cars in your way, there's people in your way, there's deliveries, there's always something in your way. You just got to roll with it.
Now, the city of Onalaska will have its Department of Public Works back on the roads tomorrow. According to their director, they'll be cleaning up the alternate side and other city streets.
Two major winter storms are making a big impact across the U.S. Deadly tornadoes targeted the south, blizzard conditions blanketed the Midwest, and high winds, heavy rain, and flooding arrived in the mid-Atlantic and Northeast.
CBS News correspondent Dave Malkoff reports from the hard-hit Panama City Beach, Florida.
While Iowa prepares for next week's Republican presidential caucuses, this week residents are dealing with dangerous weather.
We are seeing road conditions that are 100% snow and ice.
From the Hawkeye State all the way to Oregon, snow, wind, and low visibility ruled the day across much of the nation's western half.
Well, it's pretty deep. It's pretty heavy. It's starting to get off the shovel, so it's a lot we've seen in a long time.
Meanwhile, bad weather also swept the deep south, bringing tornadoes and flooding. In Atlanta, this driver said she had to ditch her car to get to safety.
The water was up to my door, so I had to roll my pants up, put my shoes in my book bag. I had to actually walk through that water to get out of there.
Pounding rain lashed Tallahassee. Parts of the Florida Panhandle were pummeled by a powerful tornado that blasted through block after block, even lifting homes off their foundation.
It was a freight train hitting a brick wall. That's how loud it was. It was extremely scary in the house.
5 years ago, Hurricane Michael destroyed the Treasure Island Marina. They just opened it up, and here we go again.
We have also deployed Florida Highway Patrol troopers to the Panhandle who are actively escorting critical equipment and personnel into impacted areas.
After the destruction, Governor Ron DeSantis declared a state of emergency for dozens of counties in North Florida. Dave Malkoff, CBS News, Panama Beach, Florida.
And outside the continental U.S., the National Weather Service saying blizzard conditions are expected on the Alaskan coast Wednesday,
as well as heavy rainfall leading to major flooding concerns in Hawaii. Wisconsin's Supreme Court overturned the state's legislative maps, ruling them unconstitutional because the districts weren't contiguous, and area legislators are looking forward to a potentially more bipartisan future. Representative Jill Billings's assembly district is highly Democratic, but her district could be redrawn in a way that leads to her actually losing some of her Democratic voters. She says she's not worried about a competition. To her, it's more important that every Wisconsinite's voice is heard.
People should be able to choose their legislators. The legislators should not be choosing the people they want to represent. That's what fair maps are all about. So I think when we have that, we have a healthier democracy.
Democrats' fight for fairer maps isn't over yet. Assembly Speaker Robin Vos has suggested the state Supreme Court ruling could be appealed, saying the U.S. Supreme Court could have the final say over Wisconsin's maps.
Wisconsin lawmakers are trying to rename the Tomah VA Medical Center. Today, Democratic Senator Tammy Baldwin and Republican Representative Derek Van Orden introduced a bill to rename the medical center after Jason Simkoski. According to a release by the congressman, Simkoski was a Wisconsin veteran who died after battling an addiction to opioids prescribed by the VA. Senator Baldwin says renaming the VA will honor Simkoski's legacy and the work done to end opioid addiction in veterans. Meanwhile, Van Orden saying the renaming will ensure Simkoski's story is never forgotten.
Menards will pay substantial back wages, damages, and penalties after an investigation found violations of protections for nursing mothers. The retailer will also undergo a statewide audit of its Minnesota stores. The Minnesota Department of Labor investigation found Menards deducted wages from employees for the time they spent pumping breast milk and retaliated against a worker who filed a complaint. In addition to back wages and compensation for the affected employees, Menards will also pay more than $15,000 in penalties for the violations. The Labor Department says this case shows that employees should not have to choose between properly caring for their child and getting their full pay or job security.
Trempealeau police are asking for help locating a missing person. Octavio Morales was last seen December 22nd in downtown La Crosse. His family says he went missing from St. Joseph the Workman Cathedral. According to a Trempealeau police Facebook post, Morales was last seen wearing a black sweatshirt and white sweatpants. He was declared missing by police last night. Any information about his location should be sent to Trempealeau Police. That phone number at the bottom of that graphic there. We will also have the police's email on all of our digital platforms. Still ahead, former President Trump appearing in court today.
The results of his presidential immunity trial coming up after the break.
Hardee's Double Deals start at $2.99. Choose a double cheeseburger, bacon double cheeseburger, or new barbecue bacon double cheeseburger. $2.99 never looked so good. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
It's a robotic money expert.
Clever. How do I start a savings habit?
Famous cabbage.
Savings habit.
Shaving rabbits. Tech can make life simpler, but when it comes to savings habits, nothing's as simple as BMO. A BMO savings account helps you build the habit with a cash reward every month you save.
Cash reward? Ingenious.
Sardine Fest.
This year's top prize goes to BMO.
I'm just in it for the saving, but it's nice to be recognized.
BMO. George and Heidi use Verizon. Dan and Tina have Spectrum Mobile. With Verizon, George and Heidi pay way more for their 2 unlimited lines. With Spectrum, Dan and Tina get 1 unlimited mobile line for $29.99 and their second line free. And with Spectrum, there are no added taxes or hidden fees. Dan and Tina save big, over $1,500 in savings. So George and Heidi, what do you think?
We're switching to Spectrum.
Get 1 unlimited line for $29.99 and get your next line free. Call, click, or visit a Spectrum store today.
Now at Hardee's, 2 hand-breaded chicken tender wraps are only $5. Choose your favorite flavors for endless combinations. 2 wraps, just $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
Former President Donald Trump appeared before a federal appeals court for the unprecedented arguments over whether he should be immune from prosecution for trying to overturn the results of the 2020 election.
The 3-judge panel appeared skeptical and painted a dire picture of the future if a president can't be charged with a crime. CBS's Scott McFarland was inside the courtroom.
After arriving in a motorcade through the rain, Donald Trump sat in the front row as his attorney argued the 2020 election conspiracy criminal case against the former president must be dismissed.
To authorize the prosecution of a president for his official acts would open a Pandora's box from which this nation may never recover.
A trial judge rejected his claim of presidential immunity last year, saying a former president doesn't enjoy a get-out-of-jail-free card, which the prosecutor echoed today.
The president has a unique constitutional role, but he is not above the law.
The appeals court appeared skeptical, too, with one judge calling it paradoxical for a president to swear an oath to uphold the law, yet be allowed to violate the law. Judge Florence Pan posed a pointed hypothetical to Trump's attorney.
Could a president who ordered SEAL Team 6 to assassinate a political rival who was not impeached, would he be subject to criminal prosecution?
If he were impeached and convicted first.
The judges also pressed Trump's attorney when he acknowledged the former president could be charged if he had been convicted by the Senate at his 2021 impeachment.
If Donald Trump could have been impeached and convicted and therefore could be prosecuted, then how can they argue immunity at the same time? It's a contradiction.
Though he claimed he was forced from the campaign trail by the case, Trump appeared in court voluntarily and addressed cameras at his former D.C. hotel after.
I feel that as a president, you have to have immunity. Very simple.
No timetable for when the three-judge panel, two of whom were nominated by President Biden, will rule. The losing side is likely to appeal, and the special counsel has already tried and failed to get the Supreme Court to fast-track this case, which means Trump's scheduled March 4th trial date here in Washington is very much in jeopardy of delay. Scott McFarland, CBS News, Washington.
Still ahead tonight, Meta making a stride towards social media safety for teenagers.
More on what the parent company of Instagram and Facebook is censoring after the break.
And we made some head ground with the snow amounts. We've climbed up a little bit, but we got opportunities, two more to gain more. One coming tomorrow, another one Friday, Saturday. I'll time both of those out, show you how much we may get, and especially how cold we'll get this weekend. All that coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
We've done many renovations. We bought an old house and have made it into an up-to-date house. Whenever anything involves plumbing, the first call I make is to Maxwell White. Their technicians put together a great final product.
Wow, forest berry fudge is amazing. This is melting in my mouth.
Dill pickle? Whoa, that's actually good.
Holy fudge. This is the best thing ever.
Expressions brought to you by Valley Fudge and Candy. Find us in Coon Valley, Wisconsin, or order online today.
With 6 crunchy beef tacos plus a pound of potato olays, our 6-pack in a pound is perfect for date night, movie night, 1,000-piece puzzle night, camping, tailgates, or any day that ends in Y. Get $2 off the 6-pack in a pound, only from Taco John's.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With inflation rising at record levels and incomes not keeping pace, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
At Overhead Door Company, we repair any garage door and only install the best. Serving up to 100 miles outside of the Onalaska, Wisconsin area. When you need a door company you can trust with your life, call Overhead Door Company of the Seven Rivers region.
Whether it's a bathroom remodel or comprehensive plumbing services, we at Maxwell White strive to keep our neighbors safe and comfortable in their homes, offering honest, upfront pricing on every service, all backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Call Maxwell White today.
The Board Store Home Improvements. Everyday low prices on bathroom remodels for seniors and families. Contact us today for a prompt free estimate. Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
Meta says it's trying to make the social media world safer for younger users. The parent company of Instagram and Facebook is unveiling new oversight policies. They include additional parental and well-being oversight tools. Officials also say they will hide age-inappropriate content like nudity and posts about eating disorders from those who are under 18 years old. The move comes a few months after a former Facebook employee told a Senate subcommittee that top Meta executives ignored warnings about the potential harms that are visible on their platforms. The changes are expected to go into effect later this year.
A new study shows exposure to video screens is potentially harmful to children under 2. Researchers found children exposed to screen time before that age were twice as likely to have issues with sensory processing. Sensory processing disorder impacts how sensitive kids are to sounds, smells, textures, and other stimuli. It's not a diagnosis on its own and is often seen alongside ADHD and autism. For this study, the screen time used was television. It's not known if the correlation applies to other screens, perhaps like cell phones and tablets. Experts recommend no exposure to any screens for kids up until they're 18 months old. And then non-educational screen time should be limited to 1 hour a week per weekday and then 3 hours on weekend days.
Rough weather along the U.S. East Coast is causing travel headaches nationwide. According to tracking site FlightAware, more than 800 flights were canceled today and more than 4,200 were delayed. At one point, the Federal Aviation Administration ordered a broad hold on Charlotte-bound flights due to thunderstorms. That had a ripple effect for travelers all across the country. Flights heading to the busiest airport in the world, Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson, were also paused Tuesday because of inclement conditions. In addition to the holdups for some air travelers, Amtrak was forced to cancel some of its East Coast train schedules for Tuesday and Wednesday.
All right, so we had that first winter storm hit the region. This is probably your first real foray into Wisconsin winter weather.
Yeah, my first real foray into Wisconsin. I have experienced snow before. Okay, everyone keeps asking me that, but yes, in Wisconsin.
All right, and look off to the side here. We see the radar screen that Greg's using. Big storm front that has passed, but others on the way, Greg.
Yeah, she's going to get a taste of what January winter weather looks like when we get those cold temperatures this weekend. But the bigger story, that is a system they just spoke about too that's beginning to push east, affecting the East Coast and actually impacting us. It's kind of starting to fall apart. This system right here, that's the one that's going to produce our snow for tomorrow. That's tomorrow evening. It's going to be fairly weak and it's coming from west to east like this one came from the southwest. So not quite as strong, but still it's going to impact the evening commute. But as you wake up tomorrow morning, really just cloud cover overall. Temperatures mid to upper 20s, so not that far below freezing. We'll start seeing a little bit of flurry or light snow developing towards the later half of the day. I don't think a lot of this will quite reach the ground yet. It'll be more towards probably the even hour when we'll start seeing light snow begin to spread across the area. Probably the evening commute is when we're going to see kind of two areas, one a little bit to the north and a heavier area, probably more moderate snow to the south of La Crosse. But this will come through the whole entire area for the evening commute. Light, maybe occasional moderate snow, but it should be main. The one notice thing with the winds, very light, so we shouldn't have a wind or drifting issue. There you see probably the bulk of it's going to start pushing out of the area by about 10 p.m. So we got about a 2 to 3 hour window from 7 to 10 where a lot of the areas will see this light snow that will fall and will actually accumulate a little bit. By the time we get to Thursday night, it pushes east. We'll start seeing maybe some breaks in the cloud cover finally come late into Thursday into early Friday. So that's what we're kind of looking for snow amounts. A lot of it is pushed further south. This area kind of two parts, and it looks a little bit heavier down here with the banding, but this could change. So generally 1 to 3. There could be some pockets further south that might pick up a little bit more. It's lighter. It's not as wet as the snow we saw before. Big picture, winds are going to be light, but it will impact your evening commute. So something to keep in mind of out there and about. So big story is the other next system that comes Friday into Saturday. This one is going to have a similar track. It comes up from the south, We're on the north side of it, so we're going to get the snow come Friday and Friday night. It depends how the track is, how much snow we're going to get. But the bigger story with this one is, look at right there is the apparent temperatures or wind chills. Not too bad right now, but if we continue to go on and watch it, it's going to fall to when we get to Saturday, we're below 0 wind chills. When we get all the way to Sunday, we're teens, maybe even colder wind chills. So when the storm passes, the winds will pick up from the northwest. The temps will start falling Saturday, and that's what we're going to be looking for. So if you got travel plans Friday through Saturday, something to keep in mind of, snow's going to be lighter, temperatures will be fall, we'll have wind chills and blowing and drifting. Snow amounts a little bit still in question. Further south you go, looks like higher amounts, but that could change. But just to keep note that this will be the third system, followed by some very cold air, and once again towards the weekend. So that's what we're looking for, and that kind of sees as you look at the temperatures throughout the weekend, 25 to 30 below. Don't know if this will be record lows at any of these locations, but we definitely will be below 0 as we go through Saturday, Sunday, into Monday. So Sunday into Monday, we may struggle to get to 0 for the high temperatures of some locations. So it's definitely going to be cold temperatures. Not atypical to see this in January, but it's going to be the first time we've really had a good taste of some Arctic air in here, along with that snowpack that'll be on the ground from all the snow that we got going on. So your 8-day forecast, once again, we do have that snow coming for the evening commute tomorrow, followed by a brief break on Thursday, and then the next chance comes Friday into Saturday, and that one does bear watching. Probably could be an alert day for that one going into Saturday, followed by the wind, and then the bone-chilling cold temperatures that follow that. And once again, those low temperatures are for La Crosse. You can probably add a lot more if you go to Sparta, some of the colder spots around the area. They could be in the teens, 20s below, potentially, depending on cloud cover some of those days.
My goodness.
So definitely, if you're going Friday, Saturday, as we said, I spent time in the Dakotas. You have a winter survival kit every time you go out, just because of those conditions, because this is more life-threatening if you get stuck when you see some of these wind chills going on as you go into late Saturday into Sunday.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Thank you. Hey, coming up next in sports, the T-Wolves looking to get back on track tonight. Plus, the wrestling mat at GET was the place to be. Titans at home clashing with conference rival West Salem Bangor. Rob's got it all next.
Every day, our commitment begins again. But it doesn't end when the newscast is done. We're always on and where you can find us. The source you rely on. News 8 Now. Expect more.
If that was money. Yeah. That's a sick bike.
Boys.
Miss Sanderson?
See you Monday.
No way.
Introducing Ultimate Precision LLC, your trusted partner for precision craftsmanship. From interior to exterior, our expert painters bring life to your vision with impeccable precision. Our masonry and building restoration team breathes new life into the old, preserving history for generations to come. We're the masters of tuck pointing, securing your structure's integrity, one brick at a time. Ultimate Precision LLC, where craftsmanship meets perfection. We're here to deliver the ultimate precision.
Everything is getting smarter. Good thing your Touchstone Energy Cooperative has the knowledge and expertise to help you make smarter work harder. Today, there are more ways than ever to make your world more energy efficient, and we can show you how. Take the next step to go electric and put the power of your co-op to work for you. Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, your source for power and information.
Let River City Grill be your new lunch destination. Whether it's corporate lunches, parties, or events, we have the space and food for all of your gathering needs, big or small. We offer an all-you-can-eat lunch buffet from 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. with unlimited soup, salad, pizza, wings, and so much more. There's something for everybody. Stop by the bar and pair your delicious lunch with one of our many beers available on draft. River City Grill, Winona, Minnesota.
Hey, Lady, when is the baby coming?
Very, very soon.
Dad, what about yours?
You're gonna... Yeah, okay, well...
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
Mother Nature getting in the way of the high school sports schedule tonight, but wrestlers are tough. A little bit of snow didn't stop two Cooley Conference rivals from clashing on the mat. Let's head to Galesville. Big time matchup at GET. Titans playing host to rival West Salem Bangor. And the Catbirds off to a hot start at 175. Isaiah Murphy scores the pin. West Salem goes up by 10, but here comes GET Melman at 285. Cisco Jimenez gets the takedown. Look at the confidence. Jimenez with a smile on his face. Just a matter of time before he gets the pin. 15 straight for the Titans. They lead it by 5. Then at 106, Colton Koss picking up where he left off at Bi-State. Gets a major decision over Tegan Moore. GET Melman goes up by 9. It's 19-10. Home team not done at 113. Coda Perney is going to score the pinfall over Kaysen Anderson. Titans running away with it. It's 29-10, but not so fast. Catbirds clawing back. Let's go to 126. Jared Plomadol going to work, gets the hard-fought pin. West Salem Bangor cuts it to 13. Then at 138, Mason Chambers gets the Catbirds even closer. That pin makes it a 10-point match. 144 now. Titans looking for the clincher. Scott Johnson trailing by 1, but with seconds left in the third, Johnson gets to reversal. Talk about clutch. The buzzer sounds. Johnson gets the 4-3 win. Titans go up 13 with 2 matches to go, and that clinches it. GET Melman gets the win over West Salem Bangor, 41-26. The basketball players, they're tough too. Let's go to Logan High. Rangers at home hosting West Salem. Panthers punch first in this one. Kyle Healy knocks down the triple. West Salem goes up 3, but the Rangers respond. Look at this passing. Bradley check. No look to Johnny Lever down low for the bucket. Logan goes up 1. Other end, Tamarian Henderson starts going to work. Pretty finish off the glass. West Salem back in front. Panthers start to pull away. Nathan Carr heats up. This one from NBA range. You bet. West Salem up 7. And then check out this play from Henderson. First half winding down. What a finish by the senior. Just that kind of night for the Panthers. They roll to the win. 89-57 the final over Logan. Over at Holman High, Vikings hosting the GT Redhawks. Cody Schmitz averaging 31 a game this year. He was locked in early on. First half, Schmitz in the post. Spin move into the fadeaway. He knocks it down. Then on the defensive end, he's going to get the steal on the fast break. Makes a perfect pass to Mason Brown, who's going to put it in. Plus the foul. Redhawks cruising. Then it's Schmitz again. Crossover. Dives to the hoop. Lays it in. GET goes up by 12. But here come the Vikings. Peyton Seecamp kicks it out to Alex Burgett in the corner. This 3 ball is good. Vikings cutting into that lead. Later, it's Seecamp again, finding the hot hand. Burgett knocks down another 3. Sophomore finishes with 21, but the Redhawks would find another gear. Schmitz pull-up jumper over the triple team. Still gets it to go. Redhawks pull away in the second half. They get the win 83-62. Schmitz finishes with 41 on the night. To the NBA we go. Timberwolves continue their road trip down in Orlando tonight. First quarter action, Wolves up 12. Naz Reid dumps it back to Karl Anthony Towns. 3 ball is good. Minnesota adds to the lead. Second quarter now, Mike Conley pick and roll, gets it to Towns. Are you kidding me? Cat brings down the hammer. One more look at it. That was nasty. Second half we go. Conley to Anderson. Up to Rudy Gobert. He's going to bring down the one-handed slam here. Wolves dunking on everyone tonight. They get the win 113-92. Cade's been helping me out with the wrestling. I don't know all the terminology. Sure. I tried tonight. I gave it my all, brought all my energy. My focus was there. I'm not great with the terminology, but I'm getting it. Thanks, Cade.
Hey, you did a good job.
Yeah.
It was a great match. Good environment.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Those are 2 good, really good co-ops.
They really are. Yeah, it was fun.
All right. Thanks a lot, Rob.
You got it.
All right, more news after this.
When the insurance company sees Bygoff and Rohde on the other side, they know they're in for a fight. It's your life, but it's our fight. And they know that if they're not being fair with us, they will find themselves in court, and that's how Bygoff and Rohde gets results for its clients.
Right now with Papa Murphy's, we've got a great deal.
Which means I make more great pizza.
It's not an I thing, Dad. It's a we thing.
Get a large 2-topping take and bake pizza for just $10.99. Order now at papamurphys.com.
Jolivet Family Farms features one of the area's largest selections of frozen seafood, including king crab legs, lobster tail, shrimp, cod, calamari, alligator, salmon fillets, smelt, and frog legs. Choose from our large selection of fresh fruit and vegetables to complete your restaurant-style dinner prepared at home. Your dinner isn't complete without something from the Jolivet Homemade Bakery. Don't forget a bottle of Door County wine to complete your stay-at-home night out at Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
Pischke Motors has been family-owned and operated since 1920. and have you to thank for our continued success. Stop by our dealership in West Salem or La Crosse to find the Ram you're looking for. Get in a Ram 1500 Laramie or Bighorn today. We've got great deals on new Rams right now. When you find the perfect truck, you'll feel it.
Start your search at Pischke.com and then drive away in your new Ram.
When we at Riverbank made our new youth savings account, we wanted to learn more about how kids thought about money. So we went right to the source. Our first question was, what is a loan?
When people leave you alone. Not being friends. When you borrow people's money and then you give them money back. That you at home with no parents.
Riverbank, local banking made simple.
Army National Guard soldiers have the option to train and learn skills in the trade fields, skills that can lead to employment at home as well. Find out how you can learn a trade and serve part-time for your community and country by visiting NationalGuard.com.
If you've been in a serious accident, you need a serious legal team. By Goff and Rohde is the Western Wisconsin powerhouse. Attorneys who won't settle for less than you deserve. Call By Goff and Rohde.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
Minnesota's capital city made some history today.
As St. Paul has sworn in its first ever city council of all women. Can you say girl power? The group of 7 leaders took the oath of office Tuesday in the capital city, pledging to work with and for the community over the next 4 years.
Now, 4 of the council members are newcomers and 6 are women of color. Incoming council president Mitra Jalali delivered some remarks during the ceremony.
This inauguration is not a story of individual sheroes. It's of collective movement for our city's future. And this representation is not the end point of our work. It is the beginning.
And all of the council members under the age of 40.
All right, congratulations to them. We'll be right back after the break.
See the stories you missed or watch them again on our YouTube page. Or find us at news8000.com.
Hardee's double deals start at $2.99. Choose a double cheeseburger, bacon double cheeseburger, or new barbecue bacon double cheeseburger. $2.99 never looked so good. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
Are you ready to get more from your checking account? Ultra's A+ accounts are built with more in mind. More ways to stay connected to your finances with online and mobile banking. More secure ways to pay with contactless debit cards and mobile wallet, so you can make purchases without slowing down. More money in your pocket with better rates, no minimum balance, and no monthly fees.
Psst, this just in. New members opening an A+ account with $250 get an extra $250.
Ultra Federal Credit Union, helping you live your best life.
Escape the chaos of everyday life and experience true relaxation and improved health at Revive Wellness Spa. Unlike any spa in the area, Revive Wellness Spa is your first choice for self-care. Our services include red light therapy, meditation pod, an infrared sauna, a float tank, and so much more. Call or book online today and receive up to 60% off your first service. Don't forget to ask about our detox specials.
Hey, Dominic here to ask, do you love salt but need to cut back on all that sodium? Mini Mini Salt by Pleasing is the answer and is recommended by doctors and dietitians for those on low sodium diets. It tastes like regular salt but with so much less sodium. Use it just like your table salt. Great on corn on the cob, tomatoes, watermelon, and yeah, you could even use it on French fries and everything else you love to salt. Be sure to get your Mini Mini Salt by Pleasing and 40 other blends at the Pleasing Outlet Store on Ward Avenue, La Crosse. Get out of here.
Hi folks, Harvey Wood of Wood Sales and Service here. If you're tired of high heating costs in the winter and looking for an affordable solution to keep your home cozy during those chilly months, Wood Sales and Service is your central outdoor boiler connection. Say goodbye to traditional heating systems. Slash your heating bills and embrace the natural warmth of a central outdoor boiler at Wood Sales and Service in Black River Falls. Experience the Wood Sales advantage of service before and after the sale. Wood Sales and Service, Black River Falls, family owned and operated for 55 years. WoodSalesService.com.
Now at Hardee's, 2 hand-breaded chicken tender wraps are only $5. Choose your favorite flavors for endless combinations. 2 wraps, just $5. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
All right, tomorrow we'll start off dry, but we do have that snow that's going to be coming in late in the afternoon for some areas, probably more for the evening commute. Light snow, not as heavy, but still it'll be hitting the time when a lot of people are driving and doing activities, something to keep in mind of. Then we have a bigger storm coming Friday, Saturday, definitely a lot more snow potential. Cold temperatures beyond that. As you see, we're dropping to below 0. In fact, we might not see highs get to 0 on some days for some locations on Sunday or Monday. So something to keep in mind for the weekend.
For sure.
All right,
Thank
dress
you, Greg.
warm, everyone.
And thanks for joining us tonight at 10.
We'll see you tomorrow.